Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys and gals, dudes and dudettes, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, as always, as usual, once again. Bringing you guys Naruto chapter reviews. Today is Naruto chapter 694 review. And if you haven't seen it yet, blah, right here in this corner, my right, your left, the live reaction to the chapter. Now, before I dive right in, Michael Phelps style. Yeah. Before I do that, a few things. First of all, this review may turn into like a discussion because I want to talk about a few things because I have seen the comment section of the live reaction, and clearly there are some misinterpretations. There are things that were clearly mitigated, and I was like, no, like, that's insane. And so I'll just get into that real soon. So the video is going to be predominantly about that stuff, the comments, and talking about Sasuke's agenda and what Naruto's agenda is, if it's actually there, because he hasn't said shit, but whatever. Also, I do want to say that when it came to the title of the chapter live reaction I did catch that mistake, because I did notice that when it came to my chapter review of the last chapter, it said 694 when it should have been 693. I was like, ooh, fuck. And that was like a week ago. And then this one I start off at 695 for live reaction. So I did catch that, and I guess to throw in like some cushion between me and you from the fire that is you guys. The thing here is this, man. I'm a busy dude, alright? Like, my life just keeps on rolling, and I'm always, listen, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no time. None. Well, maybe some in the morning, but that's it. So, I apologize, because normally I come in, and then I do my reviews, my reactions, I edit them, and I leave, and I go do other stuff. So, I apologize, but hopefully I can amend the situation when it happens later on. Okay, now, for the chapter review / discussion. Thing here is this, alright? So, the first thing I want to say is that when it came to the comments, people were saying how, well, there's already an alliance between the 5 villages. So, what Sasuke is doing is foolery. Okay. Because I know it's been a while, alright? It's been a long time ago since this arc started. Like, give or take 3-4 years. And it's still going on, shit. Thing here is this. Apparently, folks forgot about the fact that the only reason why there is an alliance between all 5 shinobi villages is because Tobi and Kabuto and Madara threatened the world. They said, yo, they came out to this shit. They had a theme song, we taking over. Like, that was their theme song. They came out to that. They're like, we here, and we doing it our way. Fuck your way. They had a whole army of Zetsu clones. And it was Madara and Uchiha at the time, hyped to be Madara. Uchiha, you know, was Tobi, wanted to be Obito. We all know the damn spiel. Thing here is this. That's the reason why they had an alliance in the first place. And this goes deeper, because people were not only talking about the fact that there was an alliance, which again, only exists because there is a common enemy. That's the only reason why the alliance existed, because there is a common enemy. I mean, people have these debates among themselves when it comes to, like, because I've debated with folks before. When it comes to, like, aliens invasion. Okay, and I know it's a weird topic, but whatever. If aliens were to come in here and invade planet Earth, would humans, as a whole, as a collective, decide to take on these enemies of their species? I would say yes. I don't see why the fuck not. Because they are fundamentally different than you are, probably, and they are taking over your entire planet. So, odds are you're going to fight as a unit. Just saying. And in this case, you had a common enemy, Madara, Uchiha, and the boys, and the shinobi villages said, you know what, we gotta take him out, because if we don't take him out, we're gonna wind up being their slaves, or trapped in infinite Tsugami forever. Yeah, that's why there's an alliance. You see, people were also correlating that notion, that false notion of, oh, there's an alliance, where in fact, again, common enemy, because they were mitigating the history of violence and bloodshed that has propagated the shinobi world, as if like, oh, it's not a big deal right now, as if Sasuke was blowing the perpetual warfare of the shinobi world out of proportion. This amazes me because, okay, the 5 Kage Summit arc was not that long ago in respect to the 4th Great Ninja War, but in the Kage Summit arc, a lot of things were revealed about the current relationship between the villages. And in essence, if not for the existence of the Akatsuki, there would have been war. There would have been full-on war. Straight up. First of all, you have Gaara because I remember this. Gaara, he has like this speech, or he starts off with like something about like him being a Jinchuriki. And then he talks about how he requested aid from other villages. And aside from Konoha, every village said no. They said, fuck you, man. We're not going to help you out. Fuck you. Oh, yeah. That's a huge alliance. And mind you, again, in the respective time, since the 4th Great Ninja War has been going on for like a few days, it's been like a week or two since the damn Kage Summit. Seriously, a week or two in their time. And obviously, not an alliance if they're not going to come to your aid and help you out when you need help. Furthermore, according to Inoki, they were in a position, all the villages were in a position of demilitarizing, or demilitarizing, there we go, that's the word, demilitarizing their villages. Because it does take a lot of money and resources to maintain a strong army and so on and so forth. But there was one exception. The fucking Cloud Village. The Cloud Village were building their shit up. They continue to amass military might, while all the other countries were demilitarizing their nations, whatever, their shinobi villages. Case in point. And again, like this showcases to the peace, the quote-unquote peace, or how it's not that bad. Apparently not that bad. When you have the Raikage come in there with his boys. Well, not him per se, but the Cloud Village shinobi come in there. They have an ambassador. One day in the village. Very recent in time. And what happens? Oh, right. These dudes, they try and kidnap Hinata. Right. And then the Hyuga kill the ambassador of the Cloud Village. And who gets killed as a means, as a repercussion for that? Oh, right, Neji's father. Right. So peaceful. So peaceful. Not only that, but because that's the tip of the iceberg. Not only that, but because you have the Cloud Village building up their military. Because Inoki makes a good point. He says, well, we don't know when there's going to be any war. So Inoki, he admits in the middle of the Kage Summit, I use the Akatsuki. If the Akatsuki were not there for Inoki to use, guess what? The Earth Village or the Stone Village, what they're called, they, in response to the Cloud Village building up their military, they themselves would have built up their military, and then there would have been another war. The 4th Great Ninja War would have been between the Earth Village and the Cloud Village. Oh my god. Once again. Come on, man. Don't give me that peace. Shit. You want to talk about peace? Ha! You told Orochimaru back 2.5 years ago. All right. What happened 2.5 years ago? Right. Orochimaru comes in there. Sound Village and Wind Village. We coming into Konoha. We gonna fuck your shit up. And in the process, what happens? Oh, right. Hiryuzen dies. Gaara's father dies. Peace. When an entire village is just, in essence, murked. Peace. Pain. My pain is greater than yours. Bam! Village gone. Peace. Fuck out of here. That's insane. Peace. No. No. I mean, considering the fact that when it comes to just the missions, think about this basic fundamental fact of Naruto. Missions such as B and A rank missions a lot of times involve shinobis from other villages taking on other shinobi from other villages. Literally just bloodshed being shed blood being shed in the shadows. Peace. Fuck. I mean, the Raikage, during the Kage-san arc, he admits that the history of humanity, the history of shinobi is war. Considering the fact that you had Kakashi was alive during the third great... There we go. The third great ninja war. You can't mitigate what is the history of their world. We're talking about like little specks of relative peace. We're not talking about peace. Relative peace. We're talking about little specks of relative peace and then war. And then another speck of relative peace and then war. And then the cycle continues. Knowing this simple fact, why wouldn't you want to start from the ground up? Why wouldn't you want to do that? I mean, again, like, Kage Summit, Inoki, I remember he clearly admitted, I use the Akatsuki. I use these fuckers. And here's the thing. Sasuke would like to completely abolish the whole 5 village concept and just have one shinobi area, one shinobi village, one shinobi city or country, something like that. Makes sense to me. It's a lot better what we have now, because what we have now is in essence, over the course of history, non-stop warfare. Non-stop warfare. With relative peace for the 5 great countries. Remember how there was a period of relative peace, but there were still wars and scuffles? And what country was in the middle of all that? All right, the Rain country, the Rain village, Nagato, Conan, Yahiko. If not for the actions of Jiraiya, they probably would have died. One of the main reasons why the Akatsuki was founded in the fucking first place. So they could get some degree of power of military might to defend their country from the other countries that were fighting in their territory amongst themselves. So even from that standpoint, peace is ridiculous. Because the peace, the relative peace that the 5 great nations experience still doesn't apply to the other nations of sound, of forest, of fire. The key example here being rain. That's a very prominent example. You see, Naruto hasn't defined what he wants to do, but we have an idea. Naruto wants to work together with everyone, and he wants to somehow come to an answer that way. And then, you know, try and maintain peace that way by working together, holding hands, singing Kumbaya around the fire. Okay, fine. But here's the thing. Naruto's way would only work if everyone got their way. That's it. Naruto's way would be successful if every village, if every person in these villages of all denominations, of all circumstances and experiences were to have their way. That's impossible. I mean, Kage Kishi could do it in his manga, but still, it would be a load of shit. But Sasuke, his way, and people mistaken my correlation with Sasuke to bats. I never said that Sasuke was a hero. The only correlation I made of note between Batman and Sasuke was this simple fact. Both individuals would go about maintaining order and peace by instilling fear through the shadows. Just how who did so in Naruto? Just how Big Bro Itachi would instill fear into those in Konoha. Nigga would walk in like, yo, I'm here. Everyone's on alert. Like, shit, whoa, shit, Itachi, damn. And then people would calm down. Chill beyond lock. Because they knew Itachi could come at any moment. At any moment. And regulate. Instilling fear through the shadows. Instilling fear through the darkness. That is the correlation between Sasuke and bats. Not killing. Oh, Sasuke's gonna kill people, but Batman doesn't. That doesn't matter. That does not matter at all. You see, Sasuke, not only is Sasuke doing that concept, he has that concept of him that is very Batman-esque, but more so Rob Lucci-esque, because, again, for him, killing people doesn't matter. He's maintaining order. And he will deliver upon justice. He will deliver upon justice. Even if it's perceived to be evil. To maintain order and balance. But, and people mention this in the comment section. Very true, very true. He has some specks of Lelouch going on. He's taking in the hatred of all of those. Remember the common enemy thing? Remember the alliance? The reason why the shinobi villages have an alliance in the first place? Why? Because they had a common enemy to fight against. Sasuke would become, for at least a period of time, your permanent, residential common enemy. And all the hatred that the shinobi world would have would be focused on him. Just how in Code Geass, all that hatred was focused on Lelouch. And whether or not you can argue that he was successful, no one really knows, because after the series is over, I mean, that's something else entirely. But it is perceived that he was successful. That is the perception. But different story, different series entirely. Point here is that Sasuke has the power. Sasuke, if you compare him to every other shinobi aside from Naruto, Sasuke is a god. They can't fuck with. This is the same dude. In an instant. Not even a second, in an instant. All tail beasts, genjutsus, Chibaku Tensei. What up? What up? Fuck with me now. Oh, you can. Right. Here's the thing. If Sasuke had his way, at least for as long as he's alive, because those are the main two problems with Sasuke's way that I see. Number one, Sasuke's way only works if he's alive. Even if Sasuke has kids, odds are his kids are not going to be as powerful as him, and there's no guarantee that they're going to actually impose Sasuke's will upon the shinobi world, because they have different experiences. Experiences matter a lot. Depending on your experiences, you're gonna have certain preconceived notions and you know that kind of stuff, all right? So again, if they experience different things than Sasuke does, which they will obviously, they're probably not going to instill Sasuke's notion upon the world. And again, whether or not they're going to be as powerful as Sasuke, again, so in essence, Sasuke's way is only good if he's alive. And number two is that Sasuke states that he's alone. He mentions the fact that when it comes to Itachi, the only reason why Itachi's way didn't work was because of the fact that Sasuke existed. That's it. And granted, he had a disease too, but still, it's a different fundamental concept. If Itachi did not have Sasuke to worry about, he would have been the embodiment of Sasuke's own ideals today, in full. Which he is in a sense, but not in full. Because Sasuke believes that he's truly alone. Which, whether or not you can say that, is arguable, because Sasuke does have his boys. He has Karin, he has Jugo, he has Suigetsu. And keep in mind that people want to bring up, oh, well, you have like Kakashi, you have Naruto, you have people around him that wanted to help him. No. You see, the problem here is that what they wanted for Sasuke is not what Sasuke wanted for... It's not what he wants for the world. You see, to assume that because folks want to help Sasuke, that he is not alone, is faulty. He's not alone because he has people that are willing to support him in his current endeavors, in his current notions, that simple, such as Karin, Jugo, Suigetsu, and Orochimaru. People who have to back him up. Kakashi and folks aren't going to back up Sasuke. Therefore, he is alone in that sense. Despite the fact that they want to help him, quote unquote help him, and Sokka wants to get on her knees and suck his dick. So, again, for him it doesn't matter. So in that sense, he is alone, absolutely. Well, again, he's alone to a degree, because again, Jugo, Karin, Suigetsu, we're not too sure. We're not too sure at all. And my thing here is that when you take a look from... Okay, so let me break it down. So let me wrap it up, because the video is already long enough. Thing here is this. They're both extremes. Naruto is an extreme on one scale. Sasuke is an extreme on another scale entirely. Okay? In essence, the way things should roll out is that there should be a balance. There should be a balance between the two ways, where individualism is not ignored, but neither is the group concept. We work as a group but understand individual ideals and notions, and then we find a balance between the two. And in a perfect world, that balance would exist. However, the thing here is this. When it comes to the concepts by themselves, I prefer Sasuke's way over Naruto's way. Because Naruto's way is relative peace for a short time period, and then people are going to have experiences and circumstances and beliefs that go against this relative peace. That's just the way things work. Sasuke's way is by using his own powers, he will instill peace. Very similar to Madara. He will enforce peace, which he can do because he has the power, because he is in a sense a god. Just how, what's his face? Comic character, forgot his name, shit. He dethrones God and he dethrones the devil and he reshapes the world. Spawn! He reshapes the world in his image. Even though Sasuke is not that powerful in that aspect, in a relative aspect, he is that powerful. Because he is in that aspect of God. They can't fuck with him. They just can't. It's impossible. So, he could reshape the world in his image. Now, that to me makes more sense because Naruto's way is too idealistic. It's way too idealistic. It's way too naive. Work together and we give everyone what they want. Yeah. It ain't happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It just cannot happen. So, you either have the democracy that is Naruto's way, or you have the dictatorship that is Sasuke's way. And Sasuke actually may be a benevolent dictator. But democracies, I mean, an example is modern day America. I mean, we have a democracy, but yet honestly, I think, well, not even I think, it is an oligarchy. Alright, it is the rich, it is the corporations that run this nation that pay off our senators and our congressmen and women, and they get their way. Our say doesn't really have any say nowadays, now does it? Just saying. So even democracy has its own faults. The ideal situation is a benevolent dictatorship. So whether or not Sasuke is going to be that benevolent dictator, we'll have to wait and see. Well, actually, no, it's not happening. It's just, it's not going down. Because it's just not. Right? It's not. Kishimoto ain't pulling that shit. He's not, right? This ain't Berserk where he's going to pull some insane shit at the end. Like, oh, fuck, I did evil. No, not happening. So, that's it. I'm done. So, overall, the chapter, it's a simple chapter. You have Hagoromo. He's going to leave in a few minutes because he can't maintain his presence for that long. You have the fight start finally. They're clashing in midair. And Sasuke lays down his agenda. So the chapter is extremely simple, but like this video required, how to do a very long video, or it's not a long video. I've done like hour, 15-minute videos, and I'll consider that, like, honestly, like mid-range. To be quite honest, a 10-minute video to me I think is really short, but whatever. Point here is this: I think that the chapter deserves a good rating. But at the same time, that's only because of the fact that we have this debate that's going on about Sasuke's way of thinking. So, overall rating, I'm going to give it a good plus. I'll give it that. And by the way, the whole thing about the past and the future and the present, I never said that looking at the past was a bad thing. I just said that that's the way Naruto goes about things. That's what Sasuke goes about things. Sasuke is more about the future and doing what he can now, and he ignores the past. Whereas Naruto, he's focused on the past to do what he can now, but his future endeavors are completely unknown. Well, for the most part, they're unknown. So there's a difference here. I just prefer Sasuke's way, because the past is important, but at the same time, the past can bog you down. In fact, in a lot of cases, the past bogs you down, to be quite honest. Whatever. So I'm done. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day. One final point. Getting back to what I was saying before, early on in the review, the thing here is that, again, there is no guarantee that this piece is going to be maintained after the war is over, because the war is over. So once everyone wakes up from the Tree of Genesis, from Infinite Tsukiyomi, once the world goes back to the way it was before, again, that's going to be relative peace. But in the essence of what is to be Hokage, from Sasuke's viewpoint, a lot of folks have mentioned it, and my friend Pete will also mention it too. But in essence, and he says this, and I quote, but because I was talking to him about how, well, it's because there's a common enemy, which is the only reason why there's an alliance right now. He says this, but that's Sasuke's whole plan, hence why he is Lelouch. He will become a common enemy, someone they all hate, to unify them. So really, Madara is the best Hokage then. Oh, because Madara, he did unify the villages through the actions, through his own name. So Itachi, he is a very good Hokage, but it is Madara who is the greatest Kage of all. Just saying. So I will see you guys later. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. It's long. Have a nice one. If you watch it all, props to you. A lot of credit.